When you're ready, shut the music off.
Forrest Nash here. Listeners, we've got another caller live on 189.16, The Scream. What's on your mind, caller?
Hey, Forrest. I just wanted to phone in and say that I think I speak for everyone when I say that you're providing a real service for Gallows Creek tonight. It's cool what you're doing, man.
Well, I'm just doing my job, friend. Anyway, tell me about yourself. What's your name? Are you keeping safe tonight?
Yeah, man, I'm good, thanks. I'm at my roller rink, trying to get everything ready for the Harvest Festival tomorrow. I had a guy from Starling Security here earlier installing the Starling 4000 system, so I'm a little behind. As for my name, my friends call me Roller Ricky, and I now consider you a friend, my man.
We're friends now, huh? Well, that's kind of you to say. Thanks.
Yeah, man.
Sounds like roller skating is more than just a job to you. So is this vocational?
I wasn't always Roller Ricky. Once upon a time, believe it or not, I used to go by just Ricky. Yeah, back then, things were pretty rough. I used to roll with a bad crowd. Not all bad, but there was this one guy. Anyway, some bad stuff went down. I harbored a lot of guilt for a long time and turned to the bottle. I didn't really talk about it or even know how to talk. It's just how it was. That bottle took the best years of my life. Or so I thought.
It's never too late, Roller Ricky.
How did you turn things around?
I joined a support group. I opened up about my problems, and sharing that burden just took so much weight off. It's a long story from there, but I found roller disco. I learned how to have fun again, cutting loose and making shapes. Now whenever I get down, I get down. I'm finally free from it all, man. It's important just to talk to somebody. That's the first step. Ain't that right, Max?
Aw, hello, Max.
Yeah, welcome to the show, Max.
Max is my emotional support dog. He's a rescue dog, but I always say he's the one that rescued me. He's the best dog a guy could ask for. Of course, the first thing I did was teach him how to skate. He's better than me now, a real pro.
Max can skate.
Yeah, man. At first they said it couldn't be done, and then they said it shouldn't be done. But Maxie loves the rink, man. Is that another train, Maxie? Maxie loves trains, man. He's even got that special how to greet them.
Sounds like you two make a great pair.
Maxie appreciates all the positivity you're throwing out, my man. You know, I'm actually hosting free skating lessons tomorrow at the festival. I think it's a great opportunity to give back to the community. Man, all this talk of skating's got me itching for a boogie. Before I switch my radio off for the night, could I request a song, Forrest? Something I can groove to, you know, something funky. It'll be me and Maxie's final boogie breakdown tonight. Then I think we'll take it down a level.
I can do that. Thanks again for calling. You and Max, be safe now, okay?
Bye, Maxie.
You got it, man. Peace.
Well, folks, this next one goes out to Roller Ricky and Max. Enjoy. Hope you enjoy this one as much as I do.
I really needed that call, you know, after everything.
Yeah, I get that. He talked a bit much for my taste, but it is inspiring to hear somebody come back from the brink like that.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You were thinking about Max on skates, weren't you?
Well, would you look at that? Another caller on the line. What are the odds? Better take it.
Welcome back to 189.16, The Scream. This is Forrest Nash. How are you tonight, caller?
I'm doing okay. I made it home safe.
Gary!
Hey, I just wanted to thank you for doing what you could earlier. You know, even though we lost Jimmy, and I don't know.
Hey, it's okay. You were so brave earlier. You're safe now.
I wanted to ask you why. Why he didn't. Why am I.
Why what, Carrie?
Why did he spare me? After what he did, why let me go?
Maybe he only wanted to hurt the pranksters.
Maybe. Did he just think everyone was making fun of him? Did he always hate these hazing rituals? I mean, if he did, why wait all these years to... Why do this now?
These stupid hazing nights have to stop. Carrie, you did so well tonight. Stay safe and rest. Help is coming to Gallows Creek. We just need to hold on.
Thanks, Peggy. Hey, Forrest? Could I request a song?
Of course, Carrie. What song?
Any song by Blast Processor. And thank you.
This next one goes out to Carrie.
Well,
You
thank
know,
you.
what Carrie just said has really got me thinking.
About what?
The whistling man left her alone. Why? There must be a reason.
When it comes to masked whistling killers, I don't think a reason is a key part of their process.
Well, it's something to consider. I need to take a break. If you want to stretch your legs, now's the time. Just hit the Peggy button when you want to get back on air.
Oh, it's gonna let me explore. Okay, let's go explore. Thank you so much for joining me. We are back. I'm gonna try to wrap this up tonight. It is actually officially Halloween night for me, but it's like, I don't know, 1 a.m. in Halloween night, so I don't know if it counts. So we are on the hunt for more records. Based on the records on the wall, I am missing for sure one. But there could still be more of the building that I haven't unlocked, so there's a possibility that I just simply don't have access to it yet. That's a classic 80s. The Scream. That could be nice and close the drawers that I all smushed open. Nothing hanging out on this wall here. Nope. I'm gonna bet this is closed. Yeah. As it should be. I might not have the word. I don't remember, actually. Good job on the new job. Alone. Yes, this one I don't have. Look at all the rubber band balls. Oh no, it's umbrellas. All umbrellas. Oh, developer cats. Look at that one right there.
Let's get going, Peggy.
Alrighty, we could run another segment or... Scratch that, Forrest. We have a caller.
You're through to 189.16, The Scream. What's your emergency?
Hello again, Forrest. Oh, that call with the teens was awful. Those poor kids. Still, I'm glad the girl didn't get hurt.
Thanks for your concern. Are you in trouble? What's on your mind?
I wanted to ask you again to play my song, Forrest. You said you were gonna play it, but you didn't.
Your name was Dawn, right?
What, Peggy? Yes. Oh, well remembered. My name is Dawn, and I wanted to ask you again to play my tune, Forrest. Long Ride Home? You know, the one that Peggy said she threw outside the window?
You must really love that song. If you're calling up to ask for it when you know we don't have it.
Well, I do love it. And I don't want to argue, but you do have it. It's just outside the window.
There's a serial killer on the loose. I can't just go outside hunting for a record.
I'm really sorry, Dawn, but we just can't get it right now.
But wasn't the Whistling Man just at the old murder house? That's miles from the station. It won't take you a second to grab it.
Don, I'm not sure if you've heard, but there's something unnatural about this freak. He's fast. I'm not risking it.
Oh, but I think you will. Forrest? Peggy, I'm calling with more than a request. I know something. I think I know who's gonna be next.
What?
Are you serious?
Play my song, Forrest, and you'll find out.
Well, folks, here's some music for you while I think things over.
I do have the word. Why is this so hard to grab?
Enjoy this classic by Smooth. It's their hit song, The Word. Is she serious, Peggy?
She's serious about hearing that song, that's for sure.
Peggy, I mean, is she serious about...
I don't know, Forrest, but we don't really have a choice, do we? If she's telling the truth...
All right, I'll do it.
You're a good man, Forrest. I'll slide you the key to the fire door.
Wait. Our fire door has to be unlocked?
Yeah, you know, I never thought about it, but yeah. We should talk to Reggie about that later. Anyway, I'll hold the fort down while you're out. Maybe I'll even get a caller. That could be exciting. 189.16, The Scream. With me, Peggy.
She slid the key.
That's not opening.
It's not this door, right? So glad that that is padlocked. All right. Fire door. Isn't this where in the beginning someone was brutally murdered? Why do I need this? Do I need this? I'm gonna put that right there for now.
You know, I hope she'll be happy when I'm brutally murdered by the Whistling Man. Out here, in the open, alone. Here it is. Long ride home.
I'm gonna be murdered. Yeah, they can crawl right over that fence right there. Finding all these fuses. I gave myself a flippin' heart attack. I'm gonna assume that these all mean something. I don't know what that something is. I don't like this. I have it. I can go inside, right? I'm scared. Okay, I think there's one more. I know, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I have a sneaky suspicion that I should do this now. Oh, I have two hands. Okay, can't pick up that one, so I assume that's a bad one. Okay, you guys stay there. We'll figure out why I needed to move you there later.
Of course. It locks behind me. And of course the key doesn't work on this side. Fantastic. Maybe there's another way back in through the basement. A door, or elevator, or something. And that's broken too. Only the best for K-Fam. See if I can fix this. Looks like a power issue. I should check the fuse box.
I wanna. 70, huh?
Looks like I'm gonna have to hunt around for some new fuses.
So it's gotta make 70. Yay, man! And I had a 20, right? Yeah.
That's not right. Do the fuses add up properly? Bingo!
Why is that so flippin' loud? Oh my god. So I've played some...
Could probably survive that fall.
are we gonna close the piano? Close those? No? Why not? So, I mean, of course I've played some
Looks
spooky.
like the janitor's closet. What did Peggy say his name was? Clive?
What? I've played some freaky games this week. What? That behind us. What the heck?
Huh, there's a key. I'll just take that. Might be important. What the hell? Peggy is not gonna believe this.
Festival of Disaster Big Wheel breaks, 15 injured, who is to blame? Gallows Creek Harvest Festival closed earlier this year after tragedy struck only hours after opening. The big wheel broke free from its support and rolled through town. An investigation is currently underway. 1972. Chuck Brody, Kim Walker, Rebecca Allen, Aunt Williams. Flu for thought. Local Dr. K. Walker recommends all locals get their flu shot ASAP. Flu season is upon us. 84 is no different than any other year. Make sure you're protected. Staff surge at Power Station. Gallo Creek Power Station hires 20 new staff in record time, or record hire, 12 of which are students from Gallows Creek High. Call for donations to help Chuck Brody, former Gallows High School football captain. Chuck Brody suffered a career-ending injury as a victim of the festival disaster late last year. To help him on his road to recovery, we are buying him some lottery tickets. Hopefully he gets lucky and get back to his feet. Pun unintended. Drop tickets. Marriage announcement. I'm happy to celebrate the marriage of Kim Walker and Peter Stein. 1970. Best wishes. Oh, her name was Walker? Crime syndicate impounded. Criminal operation shut down. 24 arrests. Inside informant walks free. Police today finally put an end to a long-running car thieving crime syndicate. Arrests were made after a member gave up information on their co-conspirators to investigators. The informant who asked to remain anonymous and will hereafter be referred to as R.A., has walked free with no charges. The 2-year investigation into the festival accident has concluded. Investigators blame 2 engineers that were contracted in from the local power station. Lead engineer Aunt Williams and junior engineer Sean Everett were distracted talking about horror movies while assembling the big wheel, which led to various construction mistakes. They have been ordered to do community service for a total. Beep beep, look out, tragedy. 5 dead, 16 injured after brakes fail on bus. That happened in 77. Tragedy struck Gallows Creek yesterday afternoon after a bus failed to stop and crashed into a fuel tanker. The deceased have been identified as Mr. D. Rude, Mr. Houghton, Mr. P. Stein, her stepdad, Mrs. K. Stein, her mom, and Mrs. J. Mildred. Police have asked for privacy for the families of the victims. The incident is not being treated as suspicious. Gallows Creek High. Show match day. Trailer for cheap for sale. I'm stuck of being a local celebrity people are so mean to. I only stole a few cars. Who cares? Buy a new one. I'm selling my trailer and leaving town ASAP. I just want to get out of here, please. Please buy it. 1986. Use your car safe. Sheriff Matthews warned citizens to be on the lookout for suspicious behavior after multiple car thefts. 24-hour gas station bought by local ex-lottery winner. Pristine's Gas and Repair has been sold to a man who won the lottery 14 years ago. New owner claims it will keep me busy on an evening. It is asked to remain anonymous. Local legend man takes to Manhattan. The infamous author of the tell-all book Diary of a Car Thief moves out of Gallows Creek for a new life in the big city. She stole our cars and then she stole our time and money, said our reviewer, Jim Randy, last year. More page 9. Oh, it was a female thief. This is mildly mildly disturbing. I actually used to have a toy just like that. In the 80s. I don't hear any whistling outside. Can't believe we just left that open. Dead flies.
I wonder how the show's going.
Hated it. Close that door and pretend that it's blocked.
Isn't that such a good song, folks? And now for... Jesus, Forrest, you've been gone for ages. I thought something had happened.
Something did happen. Clive, the janitor, might be Clive, the murderer.
What?
I'll start from the beginning. The fire door locked behind me.
Why did you heave that thing all the way up here?
Because the basement's creepy as hell, and I don't like standing around down there.
Fair. Alright, let's run through this again. We have a creepy board you found in a creepy basement, made by our creepy janitor, who you think is the creepy whistling man.
Yep.
And on the creepy board are the names Chuck Brody, Kim Walker, Rebecca Allen, and Aunt Williams.
Correct.
And you think one of these people will be the whistling man's, Clive's, next target.
That's right. And we've got to find him.
You said there are 4 locations listed there too? The hospital, the power station, the gas station, and the trailer park. Clive must think the target is at one of those locations. Forrest, you're gonna have to figure out if any of the potential targets are at one of these locations tonight. Hit the button if you need any help. How's it going?
I'm ready, Peggy.
Are you sure? We've only got one shot at this.
I'm sure. Let's do this.
Okay, name first. Who do you think the target is?
Chuck Brody.
And where will I find them?
The gas station.
Okay, I'm dialing. One moment.
Hello?
Chuck Brody! Listen, I know this sounds crazy, but we have reason to believe the Whistling Man is coming for you. You need to get yourself and everyone else out right now.
The Whistling Man? Who the hell are you? Who is this?
This is Forrest Nash. Listen, the Whistling Man's back. We found a list with your name on it, and
Oh, God. It's today. The year I finally let myself forget.
quit talking and run!
I think he ran off.
Well, fingers crossed that Chuck...
Jesus! It sounds like something blew up.
He's using bombs now?
Is Chuck?
I don't know.
Hang on, we're getting a call.
Hello?
Chuck?
Chuck!
Forrest, the whole goddamn gas station's gone up.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so. I got everyone to follow me out. The town's only ambulance was blown to hell, though. Yeah, damn it, that fireball threw me. I've got to get to the hospital. I'm not feeling great. Forrest, man, I can't thank you enough, but... Damn, I gotta go.
Wait, Damn it. We lost him. What was that about today?
Oh, Forrest, the call board is lighting up. Get us into some music while I deal with this.
Here's some music while we regroup here on KFAM 189.16, The Stream.
There's gotta be more in the basement to show us who Clive is targeting. And if that's the case, we can get ahead of him. Stop the killings before they can happen. Forrest, we need to go back down.
By we, you mean me, right?
Yep. Like I said, I need to handle all these calls. Maybe start with that creepy mannequin room you mentioned before. I still have a lot of questions about those, by the way.
Me too.
Okay, she's waving me. Oh, I carried this up. I didn't know. I didn't realize. Okay. I mean, I figured it had to be the gas station with Chuck because they purposely mentioned this numerous times. So, on the board. Sending me back down. Please don't be in cahoots with the killer lady. Bye.
A key? Was this always here? I must have missed it when I brought everything upstairs.
Key. I don't see a key. Oh, wait. Key? Oh, key. Basement storage. The noise get creepy. But seriously, okay, so I've played quite a few scary games this week, and this one has managed to unnerve me the most.
Maggie, give me some warning before yelling down the intercom.
Sorry. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
Peggy, I've found a tape and a map down here.
A map of what?
Looks like it might be to somewhere in this storage area.
Weird. Well, maybe the tape will give us more information. Give it a play.
George Barrow, 1968. That's when this all began for me. Follow the maps, find the tapes. I'll be waiting.
Wait, George Barrow? We all heard that he drowned after a night out drinking. Was it actually Clive? Has Clive really been the whistling man for that long?
He says I need to follow the maps and find the tapes. I guess that's what this map is about.
I think we need to see what else is hidden down here. Be careful, Forrest. Keep looking. Buzz the intercom when you found something.
Is that a piss bottle? Right there.
Time of autopsy is 7 a.m. Cause of death is asphyxiation from drowning. The degree of rigor mortis indicates that the subject has been deceased for 5 hours. That puts the time of death...
Creepy noise. Starling security. Unable to install, require new parts. Client opted for manual installation. Hiding behind there. I don't know if I need this yet, so I'm gonna put this there.
Small lacerations to arms, legs, and face, typically obtained by running through foliage. Severe blistering to the feet, as though the deceased had been running without stopping. Preliminary toxicology results shows no signs of inebriation. However, a high amount of cortisol was found, indicating elevated levels of stress in the immediate moments before death. Additionally, there appears to be a post-mortem injury to the arm. It looks like it was trapped in a car door.
That. Why is that so bright?
It is the coroner's opinion that the subject likely feared for his life and was chased,
This has to be
resulting in a
important.
fall from a height into a body of water where he hit his head, was knocked out, and drowned. Following that, he was moved.
Dr. Sullivan, we need to have a talk. Is that recording? Shut it off.
There we go. Decedent George Borrow, white male, 18. The home address: Carpenter Avenue, Gallows Creek, 9268. Found dead. The deceased is a Caucasian male, age 18. The cause of death is established to be drowning, as shown by the signs of asphyxiation. Abrasions were found on the knuckles, likely from getting into fights in the past. Matches with known history of the deceased being aggressive. No other injuries were observed, and from the coroner's opinion, there's no evidence of foul play. Additionally, the preliminary toxicology report indicates deceased had a high level of alcohol in their blood. It is of the coroner's opinion that the deceased, when swimming while intoxicated, resulted in drowning. But that's not what she said in her recording.
If you're listening to this, then I'm probably dead.
Ooh, a new vinyl for my collection.
Likes to stay
What the?
informed. I've got subscriptions to newspapers all over the country. A few weeks ago, I noticed headlines cropping up in those papers, one after the other. Each headline about a murder. Each murder, the death of someone I knew almost 20 years ago. And each one drawing closer to Gallows Creek. Drawing closer to the anniversary. None of us are innocent, but I don't think we deserve killing. All I hope now is that I can save some folk from the worst. That I can, I don't know, do something to make up for what I did back then, I guess. I didn't kill anyone, mind you, but that's past mattering. Now, there's more I could say, that I should say, but my employer made it clear that my family would pay a high price if I ever spoke out. So, hopefully I've said enough for you, listener, whoever the hell you are, to start putting the truth together.
What the hell? Peggy is not going to believe this.
I don't know why if it's important, but apparently there was Humpty Dumpty, a story of love, tragedy, and betrayal, starring Maisie Cartwright as Dawn, George Barrow as Henry, and also with Marie Campbell as Anne.
This looks useful.
Miss Sandra Sharp. At 4 a.m., a call was received from a jogger, a Miss Sandra Sharp, reporting that a body had been found washed up in the reservoir. I drove out to investigate and was able to identify the body at the scene as that of George Barrow. I contacted the coroner's office and then the boy's parents. They informed me that they had not seen him since 7 p.m. on the 2nd.
What have you found, Forrest?
It's an autopsy tape. Doesn't say for who, but I think it must be for George.
Poor George. He was so young.
Something's bugging me, Peggy.
What do you mean?
I swear I recognize the voice of the woman talking on the tape. I just can't place it.
Seriously? Do you think you've met her before?
I don't know. I mean, I just got here recently. I don't know. Found another tape. It talks more about how George died.
What did it say?
It sounds like he was running for his life. Sprinting through trees and bushes, getting cut up all over.
What would drive someone to do that?
I'm not sure yet. There's also a tape about a toxicology report. There were no signs of drinking or that he was on anything.
What? But everyone said he went swimming drunk and drowned. It was in the newspaper and everything.
I found a written autopsy report.
What does it say?
According to that, it's just like you said at the start. George drowned after getting drunk. Said he liked to fight, too.
But that contradicts the tape.
I know. And I think I know why. There's a note with the report that says, "I'm sorry I made you do this, Virginia."
If it was on the autopsy report, then Virginia must be our coroner. Wait, the caller from earlier, when we had to call the takeout restaurants, wasn't her name Virginia?
We need to call her back once we finish down here. It looks like she might know something about what's going on. I found a tape that introduces a new detail to the story. Post-mortem injury. Apparently, his arm got caught in a car door.
A car door?
Yeah, after he died. How do you suppose they can tell?
How can they tell? I'm a radio producer, not a coroner.
The written report I found doesn't mention it at all.
How did his arm get trapped in a car door after he died?
Unless he got it when the police collected his body, I guess someone else must have moved him after he was dead to where he was eventually found.
But the report, what is going on here?
I found a police report. Mentions a friend from earlier, Sandra Sharp.
Sandra. The jazz runner?
That's right. She found George's body washed up at the reservoir.
The reservoir?
Yeah? What's strange about that?
George got cuts from running through foliage, right? But there's no forest around there. Also, how did it wash up at the reservoir?
What do you mean?
Reservoirs don't have tides.
But that's what the police report said.
It's not possible, though. I did a school project on reservoirs and got an A. But, yeah, not important right now. The important thing is that it doesn't make sense.
What are you suggesting then? That the body was originally found somewhere other than what the report suggests? That the sheriff tried to cover it up, but accidentally let something slip?
Something like that. I think.
Well, Sheriff Matthews wrote the report. If he hadn't been eviscerated, we could have asked him.
True. But Sandra is still alive? Once we're done down here, we should give her a call.
In another tape, the coroner comes to the same conclusion as I did. George was running from something.
Maybe an animal?
Maybe, but then there's this next bit, where the coroner thinks he was moved post-death.
So she agrees with us.
At the end of the tape, someone burst in and demanded Virginia stop recording. I I think it was Clive.
This is starting to make sense now. This is a conspiracy to cover up what happened to George.
I think I found Clive's last recording. I think Clive might be gone.
Gone?
I found a confession. Not for any killings, but for playing a part in covering up George's death. He left this behind in case he died. He hoped someone would find it.
Do you think the Whistling Man already got him?
Possibly. We've had a lot of callers tonight, but maybe not every victim made it to the phone, you know? We don't know how many there really are.
Christ, Forrest, that's dark.
I know, but Clive said he had read about other murders in other towns, and that the murders were all folks who knew about the incident. And the killings were getting closer to Gallows Creek. He said he wanted to do something good for once.
The board in his office. He wasn't tracking people down to kill them. He was tracking them down to save them. Ugh, why didn't he just come out with all of this?
He said his employer threatened his family if he spoke out about any of it.
His employer? The one who orchestrated the cover-up? Oh, Clive. I'm sorry for thinking you'd killed all those people. Do you think you found everything?
I think so.
Forrest, what's going on here?
Someone wanted that boy's death to seem like an accident. And they hired Clive to make it look that way.
Come back upstairs when you're ready. We need to figure out our next step.
All right, I'll be back with another episode really soon. Thank you for keeping me company.